Good morning and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to take a quick look at the W603 from Carpuride. I did buy this with my own money. I wasn't given it by anybody to review, so my thoughts will be brutally honest. I purchased it based on other reviews I'd seen on YouTube. Whether they were honest reviews or not is another story. I have actually already opened it and installed it onto my GPS mount. So this is the unit here. You've got your two leads, one lead for power and one lead for the little steering controller, the handlebar controller. I got this GPS mount off Amazon as well, so I need to install that as well. Inside the box it does come with lots of goodies. So this is the handlebar control. You got your home button, and the phone button, and the refresh button, I think that is. That'll connect to the yellow. What else do we get? Power lead if you want to use it by USB, which is how I'm going to set it up initially. Now there was a bracket I wanted to use, which was this bracket to go right round the handlebars. Now according to Carpuride and according to the manual, this is 22mm. It is not 22mm, I'll tell you that for nothing. It's more like 20mm, 21mm max. It certainly does not fit around my GPS bar, which is 22mm exactly. So that, very disappointed in. Utterly useless. You do get other mount options, which I've taken to bits. So you get your standard, where's the other side of it? You get your standard mount with the ball joints at the top and the ball joint at the back. I took the ball joints off, which are rattling about inside the box somewhere. Yeah. So this is what's on the back of the mount, or the back of the unit originally. I took that off, and that's your ball mount that was on the big bracket. So I took it off and used this mount, and basically fitted that directly into the back of the unit so I could minimize how much it was standing out. Nobody wants anything sticking out too far. It just ruins the aesthetics of it. So yeah, it's waterproof, dustproof. What else do we have in the box? We have the power lead and fuse holder if you're putting it direct to the battery, or an ignition switch feed, which I will try and do at some point. Instruction book if you want an RTFM. If you don't know what RTFM means, Google it. I'm not going to say it on YouTube. And many Allen bolts, more bolts, and you get lots of spacers for putting inside the different various mounts to adjust the sizes and diameters. Like I said, I was really disappointed this mount didn't work, but hey, we'll see how we get on. Right, so the first thing I need to do is take off this windshield by loosening these, and then fit the bracket underneath this, I believe, and then screw this back on, and hopefully there'll be no rattling, and then we'll take it from there. So, finished installing the Carpuride unit. Had to take that, and that out, take the windscreen off and fit the GPS bar directly behind that and screw it back on. That was fun and games. And you can see the GPS bar here, it's fairly solid. I've cable tied that down. They are waterproof seals on these connections. I've just cable tied that down and fed it off the USB socket for now. On the other side, we have this little steering wheel control here, which basically you hit the home button, you can go back to what you wanted, had previously with that. Not sure what the middle button does. But anyway, so that's the Carpuride screen. You can get into your settings, you get your brightness. I've got it on full brightness at the minute, and I've put adaptive brightness off. Don't want that. Play connections, assistive touch, language, format, firmware version, and factory settings. Go back to home, audio, if you've got it synced onto your phone, your Android Auto, I believe that just takes you straight to your brightness. And this will bring it up for connecting to your Bluetooth. I will just connect it onto my phone. I have already connected it, but my Bluetooth's off, so hopefully it should pick it up instantly. Yep, and there you can see. So you've got your Google Maps there. You can bring up your YouTube music. That brings up your maps. This brings up your apps off your phone, as you can see. So I've got a WhatsApp message there, YouTube message, customised, Waze, Teams, which I use occasionally. Weather, all my apps that are relevant anyway. You can exit it. Go back into your Android Auto. You have your full screen map. Push in your search. Where I'm going on Monday, Morpeth. Nice little directions for me. Push start. And we're ready to go. So yeah, pretty decent. It seems solid enough. There's no movement. So hopefully there's no vibration when I'm actually riding the bike. I will take it out for a test ride and see how it goes. You get the cable coming down here, just cable tied that. Put a couple of little clips down here and cable tied that. Give it enough slack so that when the bars move, it's not snagging on anything. So yeah, it looks all right so far. Obviously, I'll have to see. I don't know how you get rid of these searches. Oh, you get your Google Maps settings. Volume for Google Maps. So get that. Split screen. And going back to your apps. So yeah, it seems to be all right so far. I'll give it a proper bench test over the weekend, see how it's like with vibrations, etc. as I lean on the handlebars. See what it's like on a proper run, see what the vibrations are like, if there is any, and take it from there. But yeah, so it's £129 I think at the moment on Amazon. So it's not a bad bargain. It's certainly, when you compare the cost of a phone, getting busted, sitting on the handlebars with all the vibration and stuff, even with things like quad lock and stuff, or when you consider how much a proper nav is. I mean, the one I was looking at, the Garmin, it was like £459. So yeah, this is definitely a lot cheaper. Hopefully it lasts time will tell, and we'll take it from there. I have done a couple little extra modifications on the bike. So I have fitted these little bumper bars on. I don't know what you call them, little bumper things anyway. I've fitted these little bumper things on the bike. Look, quite smart. I've also fitted a little cover over the brake reservoir for the rear brake, so yeah, that's nice. And a seat cover. Stop me slipping on the seat so much. And hopefully stop me getting a burnt ass. Not that there's much danger of getting a Burnley bum in Scotland, that's for shining sure. So yeah, so that's the Carpuride W603. It's basically just an initial impressions. It seems to be alright. Like I said, we'll see what it's like once I get out on a proper run, and I'll do an update a bit later on. The weather is meant to be a lot nicer this week, over the weekend, so hopefully I will get out on the bike this weekend and give everything some good vibration tests, see how everything works properly. And apart from that, I'm just itching to get out on the bike. So yeah, I'll catch you in the next video. Until then, cheers.